do this. Might help. And drop your jaw. I'm talking too much. Hello my friends, welcome to Music Monday. This is the channel Bean Sprout Reactions. I am Brianna. That is a ukulele that I bought at the beginning of the summer of 2021 and haven't played at all. And that is the mouse, or if you give a mouse a cookie, because why not? And this is my drink. No, I don't have a sponsor. Probably never will. But I wouldn't be against this sponsor. Not that I would, because I'm not, I'm not in fitness. Let's talk about what we're about to watch. So we're about to watch VoicePlay's arrangement, The Greatest Showman Medley. Now, a couple caveats. One, I have never seen the movie The Greatest Showman. I've kind of been one of those obnoxious people who purposely has chosen not to watch it for whatever reason, I guess. But you're like, oh, but you've heard the songs, right? No, I haven't. I have actually also, when I'm on my Pandora playlist, and I have like my show tunes pretty much, and soundtracks playlist playing, if the Greatest Showman song comes on, I skip it or downvote it so it doesn't play again. Why? I don't know. Yes, the only video I've watched that pertains to the movie was Jeremy Jordan's performance of the songs, where he talks about how he saved the movie. But the weird thing is, and this is how my brain is, I literally skipped all of the songs just to hear him talk about his experience. That was it. So I've literally never actually heard a single version of this song. Even Triple Q, who does these amazing anime and other kind of song mashups, they have like the worst Greatest Showman or something. That's one of them. I've like chosen not to listen to it either because I'm like, nah, I don't feel like it. So this is gonna be really new for me because it's a true cold reaction. Now, obviously, I know Rachel's voice very well. I've been informed that the young man's name is Jose. He's the newest member. I know their voices. I know what they're capable of. I'm really excited to see kind of the showmanship that's behind this and playing that goes behind this particular video. But I am truly, it's like for me, in terms of the music itself, it's a truly cold reaction. Because unlike with the Wicked Medley, and those songs I know fairly well, I don't know these songs at all. So it's going to be fun to sort of experience them for the first time, but via this way. Don't know if it'll ever make me feel inclined to listen to the soundtrack. Probably not, but I like VoicePlay, and I was like, well, I might as well jump on the bandwagon. In terms of other reactions, I will start slowly posting my reactions that were on my previous channel, Brianna C Reacts, before it's taken down for copyright. Look at you, Warner Media. Yes, I experienced 3 copyright strikes in less than 24 hours, 2 at the same time. Not for music, but for my live action reactions. So when my live action reactions start happening again, I'm going to have to really super edit it down even more. So that way there's like very little episode footage and a lot more of me talky. The point is, when I post these videos, some of them are going to be similar to this quality, some of them are going to be really bad quality. And the order I post them in will really depend on how I enjoy the song and also the order of the reactions. I've reacted to almost everything NF. The point is, those will come out on Tuesdays for Tunes Tuesdays. Whether or not it'll be every week and every other week, we'll see. But the point is, it'll begin with a certain pre-recorded caveat intro. So those will come out only on Tuesdays, the videos from my previous channel, while Mondays will be reserved for new reactions, pretty much. Also on Mondays, as of the recording of this video, I'm still doing Mob Psycho 100, as well as I'm finishing up finally My Hero Academia. Kind of like last few weeks of 2021 kind of slip away from me. So I'm playing catch up there. And of course there's other reactions as well. Superman Lois is coming back, so there's a lot to react to and catch up on. Slowly but surely, all of my old material from my previous channel will finally be posted on the new one, with some exceptions, especially the live action reactions. But slowly but surely we'll do this. Anyway, Rachel looks gorgeous. The boys look hilarious. Without further ado, let's dive right in. This looks obnoxiously beautiful. Nice. Oh, nice.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking a breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind.
Okay, pausing. First of all, I love it when Lane gets to sing. I just do. One of my favorite reactions is an earlier one of their live performance of like a car ride, pretty much. So when he does, oh, what song was it? I think it was a Lorde song. Oh, Royals. I really am like, I enjoy it when Lane gets to sing, even a little bit. But that was fun, that sort of, and again, we have the setup where guest vocals in the middle, which is how it should be, supporting singers, and then percussionists on one end, basses on the other, kind of as a really beautiful kind of sound hug. That's not it. Anyway, I like the setup. It's probably a very typical setup, you know, based on one man, beatboxer, percussionist on the other. But it also really works well because Lane, I underestimate how tall that man is. But I love that moment of just a little bit of him getting to sing.
Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your favorite dream, can't you see it's getting closer?
There's something breaking at the break of every wall. It's pulling all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go?
Every night, the brightest colors fill my head.
Pausing again, sorry. So since I don't know the original songs, I don't know how to compare the original composition to the new composition. But from the little bits and pieces I did hear, it did sound kind of very pop-esque. And there are some, it's interesting with movie musicals when they are a little less Rodgers Hammerstein, a little bit more pop, especially a lot of the more modern musicals. Another example is, I haven't listened to the whole soundtrack because I kind of want to wait to react to it actually much later on, either in July or at the end of 2022. Might do it in July for Christmas in July. But it's the soundtrack to Anna and the Apocalypse, which is a Christmas End of the World musical, movie musical. But I had heard about it, but then on my Pandora playlist, Breakaway played, and I'm like, this song is a bop. But I also realized, oh, I bet the other songs are very pop-esque too. So this is very pop-esque, but I also enjoy the fact that Eli is kind of roughing up his voice a little bit. Kind of, how do you do that with the vocal cords? Kind of, oh, you're suppressing air in a way. That's how you do it. But they've always switched to a new song. Yeah, Jerry Lee Jordan would kill a song like this. Oh, the great.
For the world we're gonna come alive, go and ride your light, let it burn so bright, reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide, you're electrified. When the world becomes a
Oh, nice, a little sped up. I love when Lane does his little, that kind of his own percussion runs, because percussionists also do their own versions of runs, whether it's on keyboard, marimba. I'm sure timpanis have their own version of it. But even there's there's another term for it, but even snare drums have their own versions of runs, and you have the bass drums, and you have the oh my gosh, quads and quints. There we go. Blanking on the words. Anyway, they have their own versions of runs. So I love when Lang gets to do his kind of percussion runs, and because he is a human voice, he's a human because he has a human voice. It's very much kind of like a quad or a quints, where he can go, he can kind of change notes. But earlier, I was really appreciating kind of when Eli was singing. And now that I know his full name is Eleazar, I kind of want to say his full name because it's just a cool name. But I'm going to say Eli. When Eli was singing, you kind of hear the beautiful notes of Jose and Rachel's beautiful, just soprano, breathy notes coming in above. And of course, Jeff's beautiful, deep. Everything's just beautiful. The video is beautiful. They're all beautiful. This is beautiful. These beautiful, deep, low notes kind of sustaining through. My mom saw this. She liked it. She wanted me to watch it. Nice. I love them. Is this the Zendaya Zac Efron duet song?
And there are doors that we can't walk through.
I know you're wondering why. Because we're able to be just
You and me within these walls.
I like.
But when we go outside, you're gonna.
I like that. I love the moment when it's, you have Rachel kind of. I'm assuming this is the Zendaya Zac Efron kind of song. I'll probably get confirmation in a second. Rachel's getting to do her things, but they split up the other lines between Lane and Jeff and Jose. So I like that, but kind of breaking up there. I enjoy that. And again, what I'm also enjoying is that we're seeing this more and more with the more videos, especially these more cinematic, let's use that term, cinematic videos, where they are embodying the characters more, and they are kind of reacting to each other more as if they are the characters versus just them singing.
Wake up and see it was hopeless after all.
Maybe, I don't know, is this? Again, I don't know this musical, so I'm like guessing here. Alright, I gotta focus on reading the lyrics. So no, this is not that song. It's Rewrite the Stars, isn't it? That's the name of their song. It's not this. Pausing. I know we keep pausing. We're almost done, I swear. Oh, I like to just that little moment or for kind of just like that. No, obviously I was wrong now. It's not the right song. That's Rewrite the Stars. This is a beautiful song, though. I mean, Rachel has a beautiful voice. Oh, there's one more. Oh, I was thinking about a medley they could do because I know Rachel would kill it. But I don't know. See, if I remember it, I'll mention it later on. But I was just like, Jeff has this great range, and I really appreciate it. He has a video I want to watch about teaching you how to go lower. And I'm obviously not going to get low like him. But I'm an alto. I think I'm an alto. I hope I'm an alto. And I have been lying to myself this whole time. But for me, I've always been more interested about hitting lower notes more than high notes. Now, stretching my range out is important if I want to do more singing, be able to perform different songs. If I ever get to perform again. In any capacity. I'm learning more and more through watching these vocal coaches like Tara Simon, like Hannah Bales, like Rebecca, about my voice. Again, I'm not a voice teacher. I'm just a fan of music. I love music so much. The kind of not a voice teacher is a sort of inside joke here. But I've been learning more about the human voice and about singing voice and kind of the passages and all the stuff that I still don't understand, really, like intellectually. It helps me appreciate more and more not just Jeff's low ranges, but also when he goes higher, and how lovely they are. There was a moment I saw, I don't know if he was breathing, but he dropped his jaw a little bit when he went a little higher, and then he went a little higher, but he didn't drop his jaw there, but that was a different take. The point is, it's helped me appreciate more and more just the techniques that require a bass singer, a true bass like Jeff, to go up higher. I think we listeners sometimes don't truly appreciate the work that goes into them working on their ranges, expanding their ranges, and cleaning up their ranges. Because I'm sure Jeff probably, I mean, obviously he's a grown man. I don't even know how old he is. He's probably in his 40s, definitely in his 40s. But as he, oh, now I'm babbling. All right, I'm cutting myself off there. Oh, but, you know, Rachel's voice, beautiful, brilliant, clean, gorgeous. I don't know if she's wearing a corset. It looks like it is a corset for singing. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. She probably doesn't need it. But I do hear stories about how a lot of the opera singers really enjoy their courses because they work a lot like if you do weightlifting or any powerlifting or any kind of thing. If you weight belt, it pushes against your diaphragm, so it helps you support your core. So a good corset used for singing does the same thing. Not just a normal corset, but like an opera stage corset that'll help you push against. And that's a good technique as well. I remember learning this from somebody years ago in high school, 10 years ago since I graduated. Anyway, that if you're having trouble with breath support, or going higher, don't do this. Do this. Might help. And drop your jaw. I'm talking too much.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown.
Everybody's up really high right now.
I am brave, I am bruised, I am
Jeff's not singing now, but Len can get high.
Is me.
Is that the Bearded Ladies song? He's pretty raspy. Cute. Oh, now they're blending different songs together, aren't they?
This is me.
Cute. Very cute. Oh, that's really sweet. I don't know who those people are, but that's very, very sweet. Oh, they're all just so darn cute. Okay, so now here's the part of the reaction that you won't see. Don't move on. I'm going to rewatch this without all the pausing, and probably a few times, so I can talk more about things I maybe missed. Because part of a cold reaction, more or less, I want to be able to just see it for what it is. But I also don't like missing too much. So I'm going to go back, rewatch a couple times, make some mental notes, maybe take some notes, and then I'm going to record my review part of the reaction. But for y'all, it's going to be like that. Alright, so I re-listened to it, obviously, just a couple times. And then I also enjoy scrolling down to the comment sections. Now, I want to apologize. I probably edited with a correction, but his name's not Jose, his name is Caesar. I think I saw the thumbnail title of a different video, and that's where my brain went. So, the young man named Caesar. Eli is a tenor. I thought it was a baritone. Eli's a tenor. Caesar's a baritone. Obviously, Jeff's bass. Lane's a baritone. I know he can get low notes. And then I love, yeah, someone said Rachel Potter. Awesome. This is cute. She is awesome. But I believe she's a soprano. I wanted to highlight two commenters, at least the ones that I saw just from a brief, minimal scroll down. Angie Woolard. I didn't read it, all of it, just kind of spanned it. She puts so many timestamps and a bunch of information about what we're watching, which is great because, again, I don't know the musical, so there's a lot of references that go over my head. And then Inspirational Failure took the time to catalog all of Jeff's slow notes that he could find. So that is so time consuming and very impressive, because I know music, but I don't know music. I can't identify notes unless you like took the time on the piano. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But bravo, young man. So something I kind of noticed, and I saw that Lane arranged it. So now that I hear Lane arranging it versus like Jeff for the previous video, I can kind of hear their signature arranging. Now, with Jeff, with a Wicked medley, there were a lot of more lower notes, chesty. It was just kind of, I don't know. The blend was very interesting, but what Lane did here, so there's different moments where people, like, everyone's going bing, 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 like different vocal percussion moments, but not like full percussion, so it's like almost like little bells. So I like how and maybe it wasn't more, there's also a lot of it in the previous, or all of it in different medleys that I missed, because I don't really know all of the repertoire, which allows me a chance to kind of, dive into their repertoire. But I love those moments of, like, everyone getting a chance to go bing, 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 like little notes like that. Lane was, I picked up on, because the first time I listened to it, I just listened to it versus watch the video, and Lane does this like thing with his throat, like, but he like goes up and down with notes, and I was like, that's really cool. So I don't know, I just thought it was fun. I was like, I think that's what he's doing. But also, what I liked is that Lane pushed everybody to the upper part of their register, I realized. I was like, because when I listened to Eli, like, his voice is pretty raspy in this video, but in this song, but it sounded like he was really pushing himself, this song. Now, why his voice is raspier than I'm used to, I don't know, whatever. But even with Rachel, who, now she's very comfortable up high, obviously, it sounded like Lane was also pushing her up high. Jeff's was doing more high notes here and there. Caesar was doing a lot of high notes. Lane was up high. So the Wicked medley had a very deep, juicy graveliness to it. And it was arranged by a bass. And now you have a vocal percussionist who can go really high sometimes and really low, because apparently he's a baritone. You're also getting these kind of higher sounding songs. And maybe, again, part of it is probably just the nature of the music. Different music is going to require different vocal challenges. And again, I don't know the original, so I don't know how much the composition, like how different the composition and the keys of these songs are from the original. And because I don't know the musical very well, a lot of the song references, I did not recognize any of them. I only kind of guessed what was Rewrite the Stars. Because that's the only one I kind of know of, but still don't know what it sounds like. But I just kind of was amused by the fact, like, like, he pushed everyone to just really up to the higher parts of their voice. Eli was pushed. Rachel even sounded a little bit like she was really pushed, not higher than she's comfortable, because they're not going to hurt each other. They're not going to do that. It's not happening. But really kind of challenged it. And I do love that, Rachel's, so many of her, how she sings is very mixed, which is like, from, according to the vocal coaches, is a mixture of the head voice and chest. Has that kind of, that sound that kind of sits right here. Rachel still was doing a ton of that. But I do appreciate those moments where she could just do the head voice. Or I guess, was that breathy part, was that called falsetto? Falsetto. Again, I'm not a vocal coach, so take everything I say with a spoonful of sugar. But the cinematography is just beautiful. The arranging and of the mirror into the music box is brilliant. And someone had mentioned on my Wicked reaction about Pancake Productions that Lane and then one of the other ex-members started. And I've looked at the thumbnails and seen bits and pieces, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of this, because Lane was super involved in it. So it's kind of really cool that, and I guess I'll have to look at another reaction to see. So far, I've seen that the arranger is also very heavily involved in the visual arrangement too, not just the vocal arrangement. And of course, when we're buying the records and the songs, we listen to the vocal arrangement. But people are very visual. YouTube is visual. So it's really important to have this cinematography in your work. And it's also incredibly fun and enjoyable and sweet because they are Patreon supported. Speaking of Patreon, I have one too. Not nearly, probably 0.000% of whatever they have. Middle amount at the time. But they, where's my brain going with this? They're fan supported. So it cuts out the middleman. The fans get to support VoicePlay. VoicePlay gets to make this beautiful stuff for the fans and get to do what they love, which is adorable. I did see one commenter say to make Rachel a permanent part of VoicePlay. I don't really want that. I really enjoy just having Rachel as a guest because it just makes it super exciting. And also it really allows them to bring in other guests as well. And they'll have Rachel there all the time. Because she has her own things to do as well. But this was adorable. It was cute. Probably still not going to go watch The Greatest Showman. If I watch it, I would have to watch it with my best friends. I would have to watch it with somebody. But I'm so busy today, like nowadays, between this and family stuff and other things, I don't really have time to sit and watch a movie. I finally, after almost 3.5 years, maybe, of not watching a movie in a theater, finally watched Spider-Man No Way Home. Which I liked it. I wouldn't call it a cinematic masterpiece, but it was actually a lot of fun. Definitely a love letter to fans. Anyway, I don't always have really a lot of time on my hands to kind of sit and watch full-blown movies. So, if I ever watch the movie, I would have to watch it with my best friends or somebody else. But, this is cute. I loved it. It was wonderful. Their voices are fantastic. And obviously my hope is the more I actually pay attention to their stuff and not purposely stay under a rock, the more I get to know their voices better. Eli was super raspy. I don't know if that's normal. But also he could have just been adding that rasp as well on purpose. And you can. I'm super raspy because I'm tired. But if you are interested in ways to get a lot more raspy, should definitely, safely, as well as maybe getting a little bit more growly, screamy, maybe, should check out Melissa Cross's The Zen of Screaming. Very, very different style than this. I want to get her DVDs. She has 2 of them. Because I would like to be able to safely start doing more of that. I just think it'll be fun. And, but yeah, you should try to find ways to safely warm up and incorporate the graveliness to the voice. Ooh, my apologies, which I hope Eli was doing on purpose here. And it wasn't just his voice kind of tired that day. Or maybe he's always like that, and I don't know. I'm babbling now. Cutting off. Last video I had was 30 minutes. I don't want it to be that long. It's going to be long. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. Go check out my Patreon. I really appreciate it. It's just a baby patron, but Patreon. But the more videos I put out, the more that the Beansprout Reactions channel grows and gets its legs, which it has its legs, it just needs to move. Anyway, it just hurt my knuckle. Thank you so much for watching. I've already said my spiel. I'll see you next time.